Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Once again, coming at you with another lesson, and I want to entitle this lesson, Alas, for that day is great. And that's talking about the time of trouble that's coming to this earth, the time of Jacob's trouble. Now, this prophecy has been heating up lately, especially when they started deporting the so-called Latino tribes out of here with ICE. See, they've been putting them in detention camps, and they've been deporting them and putting them on planes. And now we're finding out that they're coming after even more of the tribes. Tribe of Manasseh, the tribe of Levi. See, it's basically against all the Israelites. See, this is the time of trouble that we're coming into that there's never been on this earth. And like I say, as the scripture says, it's the time of Jacob's trouble, whether people want to believe that or not. It's ramping up, and it's happening in real time all around us right now as we speak. These devils have got all kinds of terrible plans cooked up against the Israelites. The only ones that's going to be good in the times that's coming is the elect of Israel, whom the Most High chose before the foundation of the world to receive salvation. Now, for a lot of our people, it's a lot of our people getting ready to be taken out. This time of trouble is not going to be like any time that there's ever been on this earth. See, it's going to be real, real bad. And most people, they don't see it coming, specifically our people, because, it's called the time of Jacob's trouble for a reason. It's against the Israelites. See, we are the Lord's chosen people, and these Edomites and these heathens there are against us. Make no mistake about it. You might think they're your friend. You might think they're not so bad and all of this madness, but you're going to soon find out. If you don't know already, a lot of the northern tribes, they've been finding out. See, so-called Latino tribes, they've been finding out because they've been rounding them up, putting them in detention camps, putting them on planes. And there's been news reports about how they've been finding them washing up in shackles on beaches, which the main media, it's not even covering that. But these are the types of things that are happening, and it's going to get worse. And it's for all of the tribes. The tribe of Levi, they've been striving to deport them. The tribe of Manasseh, see, so-called Cubans, they were striving to deport them. They're striving to deport all of the tribes. See, this is against all of the Israelites. And this is the time of trouble that the Lord has us prophesying about, that our people need to understand that we're coming into. And it's already started. See? And it's getting worse. Everything is this is the time where if you don't know the Lord, you better get to know the Lord. If you don't know the names YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI, you better get to know those names, because those are the only names that you're going to be able to call on for the help in the times that we're coming into. Now, with that, I want to get into some video clips, and I got a few articles, and then I want to get into some scriptures. I'm going to start out with the video on the screen you see, and this is from the brother's channel, The Hopeful Elect 3. So you can subscribe and be edified. Let me hit this. Let me start this video and get this thing going. That's good enough.
We are creating concentration camps in different states throughout this country. We are shackling people in chains and putting them in military cargo planes. We have people who are showing up unalive on shores, shackled in just various parts of the world. We have armed people in regular clothes and masks that just simply have ICE agents kind of stamped on their military paraphernalia, literally just snatching people left and right, no paperwork, no nothing, just literally apprehending people and shuffling them away. And we have people dying in federal custody. We have the legislative branch acting like they are completely oblivious to anything that the executive branch chooses to do.
Keep in mind, everything this brother is saying is right on point. See, this time of Jacob's trouble is heating up. Whether you want to face reality or not, the Lord said it's going to be a time of trouble that this earth has never seen. And it's starting with us, with the tribes. It's starting with the Israelites. And these devils, they don't care about nobody, not even their own people. And as the scriptures say, these devils are about to come down with great wrath. Now, like I said, everything this brother is saying is right on point. All of these things are happening. And you can see on his face, he's in a loss for words. He doesn't really understand what's going on. He doesn't understand prophecy. He doesn't understand that the things that are happening are supposed to happen. See, we got to go through Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble has to happen. See, all of the prophecies have to come to pass. That's the only way we're going to get to the kingdom. But along the way, a lot of our people is about to get taken out. Let me continue.
We have a piece of legislation that for God's sake, it's called the Big Beautiful Bill. And that bill is nothing but death on paper. It's just death on paper. I just heard that the President of the United States is now launching a perfume, 45 and 47. The Supreme Court is undermining the U.S. Constitution at every single step, enabling the executive, the Article 2 power of the United States. The executive branch is able to go against schools, against private entities, against law firms, against any organization that they just choose to want to go against is now open game. You have an absolutely rogue DOJ. You have an absolutely rogue executive. We have an absolutely rogue Congress. We have a president who is acting on behalf of another nation and attacking a different nation with U.S. military force. I don't even know how to end this, because if you just stopped and wrote everything down, this video would be fucking 4 hours long. I mean, everything is just continuing to degrade. It is functioning, but it is degrading. And I don't know where that stops at. Where does that stop? How does that stop?
See, our people are at a loss for words. But hey, the Lord has set up his men. He set up his prophets. We're telling you why these things are happening and that they must take place. And that all of us that has this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding are going to have comfort. We're going to have that stability that just your average Jake is just not going to have. See, he's wondering, he's saying, when is it going to end and how is it going to end? Hey, it's going to end with YAHAWASHI coming back. Our Lord and Savior, YAHAWASHI. When YAHAWASHI comes back, he's going to put all of these heathens under his feet. See, it's going to end with YAHAWASHI. See, he is the one we are waiting on. He is the one that we need. He is the one that we're believing in and trusting in. We're believing in the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, to get us through this time of trouble that we're coming into. See? And it's not going to do anything but get worse and worse and worse. So this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding that we're getting from the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is what's going to keep us stable in the times that are coming up. See? And like I said, he's coming after all. These devils is coming after all of the tribes. Let me get these two videos right here, because this is the so-called Cubans. That's the tribe of Manasseh. See, ICE agents are even coming after them. It says my whole family voted for Trump. See, they voted for Trump. Latinos for Trump. See, Cubans for Trump, blacks for Trump. All you, man, listen, you shouldn't be out there voting no way. These devils ain't got nothing good for you. You thought you voted for something good for you, but actually you voted for the devil. These devils, they hate you. You voted for them. You thought you was doing the right thing, and now they all regretting it. We've been telling you over and over and over, that ain't for us. See? That voting stuff ain't gonna work. You need the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. He's the only one. See? Everybody else, hey, let them do their thing. If that they want to vote, they can vote. But that's not what we gonna do. We gonna serve the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Now let me play this video clip.
A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration. Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba by plane on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022. 6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody at his residency hearing.
So he was given an appointment to go to ICE. You told him before he left for that appointment, you don't have anything to worry about.
And you see that? He's listening to his wife. She said, you ain't got nothing. She told me you ain't got nothing to worry about. He should have been, hey, I bet you he was saying in his head, I shouldn't be doing this. And she was like, hey, you should go ahead and do it. But hey, Jake, the man is the head of the house. He needs to be. You need to be making the choices and the decisions of what's going to happen with you and your family. He listened to his wife. See, thought she was giving him the best advice, and boom, next thing you know, he's being deported. Let me continue.
Done anything.
Instead, he was transferred to Texas, where we spoke to him from his detention center.
How do you feel about everything that's happening right now in this country with the deportations? You don't understand how this could happen. What did you think was going to happen when Trump won? You're saying you believed the president when he said he was going to deport criminals.
Now, Elena is left behind with her daughter, 7-month-old son, and Ariel's 70-year-old grandmother, who has been a U.S. citizen for years. Together, facing a reality they never imagined.
Toda mi familia votó por Trump.
Lo apoyaba a Trump durante su campaña. Did you support him?
Yo estoy fuera.
You're outside of it. You can't vote. Pero te sientes decepcionada? Do you feel disappointed, deceived, engañada?
Me siento mal porque sé que ellos creían en él.
There it is. As the brother got here, GMS Tampa Bay 777. Subscribe and be edified. He says he has Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. It didn't say maybe. It didn't say sometimes, possibly. It said never. And that's what happened to all these northern tribes, even you southern tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You voted for Trump. You thought that was the right thing to do. And now it's coming back and it's hitting you hard. See? It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Just like iron rusteth, hey, when you clean the rust off, it's going to come right back. So these devils ain't never going to change. That's the way the Lord created them. They are the wicked. See? They are not finna change. The Lord created them to be the wicked, and that's what they're going to be. But hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you'll catch on. Some of us will, and most of us won't. It's going to be too late. Now let me play this next clip.
Last names. Look at your kids. Look at your last names. From? Where you coming Look at your last names. Regalado, Bermudez, Gonzalez.
There are
Injecting me? Like that? No, it's leaving me in the process. That's a question. My belongings. I deserve to know the process.
This is not right.
You know, it's wild how tables turn. The very people that chanted, I will vote for Donald Trump, thinking they were exempt from his policies, are now crying foul. Miami Cubans are outraged because ICE is detaining them. They wish and regret they had listened to Black Americans who had warned them, but now they are reaping what they sow.
TikTok, I'm asking for your help.
Too late. Too late. You trusted these devils. And we've been we've been saying it over and over and over. Never trust thine enemy. These devils is not set up for us. They're not for us. We weren't brought over here to be as this is our rest. This is not our rest. We weren't brought over here for peace and happiness and prosperities. See? Even when we had our own communities and we were thriving, they came and destroyed them, burnt them down. Because this is not our rest. See, until the Lord comes back, until YAHAWASHI comes back, hey, we're going to be in this. We're going to be in this thing. And Lord's will, we're of the elect, because all of the evils that are coming is going to multiply and get worse. And if you don't have the Lord, YAHAWASHI on your side, protecting you, you're going to be through out here. It's just no way out of it. And now a lot of our people, hey, they're going to have to learn the hard way. Cubans for Trump. Venezuelans for Trump. Those are the tribes, see? See, those are Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we make up the 12 tribes. And these devils know who you are. Matter of fact, I got the chart pulled up that people say ain't real. The chart ain't right. Don't listen to that madness. This chart right here is right on point. You so-called Negroes, Judah. You so-called West Indies, Benjamin. You so-called Haitians, Levi. You so-called Dominicans, Simeon. You so-called Guatemalans, Panamanians, Zebulon. You so-called Puerto Ricans, Ephraim. You so-called Cubans, Manasseh. You so-called North American Indians, Gad. You so-called Seminole Indians, Reuben. You so-called Argentinians and Chileans, Nepali. And you so-called Colombians and Uruguayans, Asher. And you so-called Mexicans, Issachar. See, these are the 12 tribes, and these devils know it. It's time for our people to wake up. This chart is right on point, and these devils is coming after all Israelites. See, you may think you thought you was white because you got clear skin or fair skin. You think you them. They know you ain't them. See, that's why they're setting up all these detention camps and deporting Jake out of here left and right. People washing up on beaches in handcuffs or shackles, that is. See, all these things are happening, and the Lord is just warning you. He's saying, hey, you better return. You better return to the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Repent, turn from your wicked ways. Because a lot of our people, when they come over here, they thinking they got to be not only that they good, but they got to take on the ways of Esau, take on all of the customs and all of the wickedness that these devils are into. Our people start taking on that. They start worshiping these different idols. They start believing in these different holidays. See, that's not for us. That's not for our people. We need to worship only YAHAWASHI. That's it. And keep his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. That's all we can do. And continue to pray and believe on the Lord YAHAWASHI. All these other things that our people are into, they want to get into the partying lifestyle. They want to get into the alphabet community. See, they want to get out there and vote. They doing all the things that a quote unquote American will be doing, but hey, they don't realize that they need to just return to the Lord YAHAWASHI. See, He's our power. See, once you return to the Lord, hey, the Lord take you under His wing. You need to be protected spiritually. That's the only way to make it through what's coming. It's a lot of our people right now looking just like this lady you see on the screen. See, this is the Lord warning you. This is the warning, and the Lord has had the prophets out here all over the world. It's all over the internet. See, the Lord has set this up for all of our people to be able to get this word. And I'm talking about all the tribes. Now from there, I want to get this article. It says, and then, like I said, Trump ate all the tribes. These are the Haitians. These are the Levites. It says, the Columbus Dispatch, it says, death sentence, Haiti migrants in Ohio must leave as Trump axes TPS protections. And what is TPS protections? It says temporary protected status. Now, I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says thousands of Ohioans originally from Haiti with temporary protected status, TPS, are making plans to leave the country after Trump administration announced the end of the deportation protection, but they aren't going back to their home nation. The Trump administration says conditions in Haiti have improved enough that it is safe for those living in America with special temporary status to return to the Caribbean nation. But going back to Haiti is a death sentence, say community leaders and advocates. It says instead, Haitians living in central Ohio are scrambling to find a third safe country like Canada or Mexico to go to, said Jean Manuel, Haitian American businessman and advocate who helps some approximately 30,000 Haitians living in Columbus. So it ain't just for one tribe or the next. You thought it was just going to be with the so-called Mexicans and Latinos. This thing is for all the tribes. These devils are coming. Now from there, this just came out. It says, USAtoday.com, it says federal judge blocks Trump from ending temporary Haitian immigration plan. So it's been a temporary block put on that. But hey, you know they're gonna keep pushing forward. It says that a federal judge blocked the Trump administration from ending a temporary program that provides work permits and protection for deportation for more than 500,000 Haitian immigrants months earlier than it was set to expire. It says the Department of Homeland Security announced in February it was rescinding the program called the Temporary Protection Status for Haitians. Trump predecessor, Democratic President Joe Biden, had set to run through February the 3rd, 2026. So it's been temporarily blocked, okay, from ending this temporary protected status for the so-called Haitians, okay, the Levites. So like I said, it's for all the tribes. I'm gonna play this next video. This might be my last video, and then I want to get some scriptures because it's a lot going on. It's a lot out here. There's a lot going on in the world.
Well, looks like they're getting ready to start deporting Haitians now.
See?
You know what that means, right? I mean, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that they know the difference between a black man or black woman that was born in the United States and a Haitian? Because, you know, they say that we all look alike. Do you even think they care? This just gives them the green light to start fucking with black folks. Something that I tried to tell y'all about, and y'all gave me a lot of shit about it, right? This gives them a reason to start using extreme force against black folks. Like I told y'all talking about we gonna be resting. I told y'all this ain't goddamn time to be resting because sooner or later they gonna come after us.
That's it. That's the point. This thing is against all Israel, all of the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to wake up. See, this is not isolated to one set of people. If you're an Israelite, these devils, they hate you. See? You need the Lord YAHAWASHI. Let me continue.
This is the reason. Now they're going to be detaining black folks talking about you look like you may be Haitian. You know what I'm saying? They just literally deported a black man that was born on a U.S. Army base in 1986. His dad served in the military for 20 years. They just deported him to Jamaica. This brother was born on a U.S. Army base in Germany. And his dad is an American. What kind of shit is that? This is the shit that I've been trying to tell you political black folks, that they are going to be fucking with every black and brown motherfucker that they lay eyes on.
That's the point. That's the point. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Make no mistake about it. Jacob's trouble is getting hotter and hotter. And it's not going back. It's going to get way, way worse.
That's why I say this ain't no goddamn time to be resting because they going to be fucking with us, Nick.
That's the point. So, hey, these are the warnings. The doors of mercies is closing. And things are heating up. Things are happening all over the world. Make no mistake about it. But hey, things are warming up. Things are heating up right here in Babylon the Great, aka America. These deportations, these detention camps. They just finished this detention camp thing called what was it called? Alligator Alcatraz. Where it's a place where they're gonna put all the immigrants or whoever they believe need to be there in these facilities surrounded by alligators. See? So these devils, hey, they don't give a damn about you, Jake. Your only hope is the Lord, YAHAWASHI. I'm talking about only hope. You can't save yourself. Can't no weapon save you. Can't no people save you. Can't nothing save you but the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And that's the point. Now from there, let's get into these scriptures. I got a few more videos, but I might play another one, but I want to get into these scriptures. Let's start out here in the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, "For alas, that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." That time of trouble is coming. That time of trouble is getting hot. See? It's already happening, but it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. That's talking about the elect. See, the elect of Israel. The Lord has a chosen set of people out of the Israelites who are the elect of Israel. Those are the ones that are going to be saved out of it. But for most of our people, they're not going to make it. And that's just the way the Lord wrote this thing. See, they're going to have to come back in the kingdom through the loins of the elect. Now, I believe I got this pulled up in the NLT. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7 in the NLT. It says, "In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It shall be a time of trouble for my people Israel." See? For my people Israel. You tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. See? It says, yet in the end, they shall be saved. So the elect is going to be saved on this side, and the rest of our people, they're going to come back in the kingdom. See? They're going to have to come back through the loins of the elect. Ultimately, they will be saved in the kingdom. But on this side, the Lord is only protecting or looking out for the elect. So it's a lot of our people getting ready to be taken out, getting ready to be deleted. Now from there, let's get this. Let's get this in the book of Revelation. Revelation 12 and 12. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. And that's not talking about the spiritual. It's not talking about the spiritual angel, Satan. See, the Lord has left-hand side and right-hand side angels, but this is not talking about his angels. This is talking about these devils, these Edomites. That's who it's talking about. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. And these devils, the Lord going to have an extra spirit on them. See, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. See, these devils know they got a short time, so they about to come down with great wrath. And this is a warning from the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Make no mistake about it. You need to have this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. You need to know the names of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. You need to believe in the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Especially in the times that we're living in. It's getting ready to get way, way worse. And this is that time. This is that time. The time, as we always say, the doors of mercy is closing. And they are. This is Isaiah. Let's get this in Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, that take counsel not from me, and that cover with a covering, but not with my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Talking about talking about you tribes, talking about all of us. See, our people still thinking they need to be like the so-called Americans. They need to have their Babylonian lifestyle. They need to be into these holidays and these alphabet communities and everything that's against the Lord, YAHAWASHI. See, these are the things our people are taking counsel in. They believing in these devils. They thinking that these devils is for 'em, that they finding out the hard way. It says that walk down, verse 2, that walk down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's exactly what's going on right about now. Our people still believing that they can make it here. They need to be like these devils and these heathens instead of returning back to their power. You need to return to the Lord, YAHAWASHI. It says, therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that's exactly what's happening to a lot of our people. They straight up confused. Oh, I voted for Trump, and now you're getting messed over. See, you thought this voting system, you thought this place was for you. You thought this was your rest. You thought you was doing the right thing. But as it says here, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust, it says, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. And a lot of our people who voted for these devils, who call themselves a part of this system, they now in straight confusion right now. Right about now, they straight confused. They don't know what the hell is going on. See, they finding out the hard way. You can't trust these devils. You only have the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And when you do, hey, if you are the elect, you're going to return to the Lord. You're going to hear this word, and you're going to be sealed. And the Lord is going to be with you. See? And so for all of our people that want to continue on thinking that this is their rest, you're going to continue to find out the hard way. Let's get this in 2 Chronicles, and this applies today. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, if my people, talking about you Israelites, the Lord is saying, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive and I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. And that's right on point. Because this is the only way. You got to call on the Lord, YAHAWASHI. When we out there preaching and teaching all over the world, you see us out there and we praising the name of YAHAWASHI. Hey, you need to understand, you need to be praising the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. But a lot of our people, specifically these northern tribes, see, they just walking right by the camp. They thinking they don't need it. They don't need to hear it. It ain't for them, but it is for you. If you on that chart, you need to be listening in. You need to be listening and learning, especially now, because everything is ramping up. See, we're not out there preaching and teaching just for feel good, just for show. We're not out there with the 12 tribes sign out there telling you you are the Lord's chosen people for no reason. This is the time to wake up, especially now that everything is ramping up and it's getting hot. Now from there, let's get this in Hosea. And this is what the Lord is saying. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 5, and verse 15. Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. See, the worst thing you can do is believe in other gods, worship other gods, whether it be Esau, his system, Caesar Borgia, his fake man Jesus. All of these are not who you should be worshiping and putting your trust in. You need to only trust in the Lord, YAHAWASHI. It says, and seek my face in their affliction, they will seek me early. And these are for the ones that are of the elect. And that's what we do. We calling out on the Lord every day. We seeking the Lord every day. We praising the Lord every day. We praying to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, every day. We're hoping to be delivered up out of here. See? We doing everything we can to please the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And we putting this word out there. We putting his word out there for all of the tribes, for all of the world to hear. So, hey, you're not going to have any cloak for your sin, because this word is all over the internet. Now from there, let's get this in Psalms. This is the book of Psalms. See, King David, he understood the Lord. That was his power. That's our power. You turn to the Lord, and you're going to be good. See, the Lord is looking, and he's going to protect his elect. You best believe. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 6. It says, in my distress, I called upon the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. So, hey, if you crying out to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, in truth and sincerity, he going to hear your cry. See, he going to be there for you. He going to be with you. But for all of our people who want to still maintain their Babylonian ways, they want to still be like AKA Babylon the Great, AKA America. They still want to continue on with the holidays and the celebrations and the voting and the systems and the alphabet community and all of these things that this place is into, which has nothing to do with us. Those are the ones that are getting ready to be, you're not going to make it. You're getting ready to be taken out. Now from there, let's get this. This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22 and 4. King David. It says, I will call on the Lord, YAHAWASHI, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. And we surrounded by enemies. Now you waking up. Now you understanding that these devils don't give a damn about you, Jake. He don't give a damn about you. Got planes flying over, bodies washing up with Jake coming out with shackles on. I don't know how many more things you need to know to understand that these devils, they hate you. They ain't with you. I'm going to read that again. For I will call on the Lord Yahawah, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. So that's what we're doing. And that's what you should be doing if you're an Israelite. You should be calling on the Lord. You should be praising the Lord Yahawah. He is the one that's going to save us from our enemies. He is the one that created our enemies. He is the one that created everything. All of the evils, everything happening bad in the world, the Lord controls that. He set that up. Everything good, the Lord set that up. He's controlling both sides. He's controlling the good and the evil. Now from there, let's get one more in Samuel. This is the book of Samuel, chapter 22, and verse 7. King David, it says, in my distress, I called upon the Lord, Yahawah, and cried to my power, and he did hear my voice. It says he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. So, hey, you got to believe in the Lord, Yahawah. You got to be crying out to the Lord, especially now. See, for our people, you still thumbing your nose up. You still thinking you don't need to hear this word. You still ignoring the prophets. You're going to learn the hard way. And we've been telling you over and over and over. This is what's about to happen. This is how it's going to go down. Either you with the Lord, Yahawah, you're not. Either you're of the chosen, of the elect, or you're not. But we are the Lord's chosen people. As a matter of fact, before I get this last scripture, I want to get this right here in, let's get this in Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, it says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord, Yahawah, thy power. The Lord, Yahawah, thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the Lord's chosen people. We are the Israelites, and the Lord is looking to save his elect. See, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. So, hey, we are not like your average nation. We are the Lord's chosen people, and the Lord has set us up above all the people, all the nations that are upon the face of the whole earth. But hey, Jake want to think you need to believe in Esau. You need to trust in these devils. And you don't know you going off. You're going to learn the hard way, because this same devil you've been voting for and believing in, he's coming after you. See? And you're going to learn the hard way that you should have returned to the Lord. But for our people who do return to the Lord, Yahawah, hey, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. See, the Lord is the only one that can protect you from all of the evils and the things that are happening in the world. He is the only one. But, hey, the Lord, hey, he's going to seal his elect. The doors of mercy is closing, but all of the elect will be saved. This is Isaiah chapter 49. I'm going to close out here in verse 15. This is Isaiah chapter 49. Yep. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 15. It says, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she cannot have compassion on her son of her womb? Yea, they may forget. Yea, I will not forget thee. So the Lord, hey, we are his chosen people. He will never forget us. See? He will never forget his people. Verse 16, behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. So the Lord, hey, we are engraved in the palm of his hand. He will never forget his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, you going through it right now, and we all going through something. But hey, it's just going to get worse for you. If you don't return to the Lord, Yahawah, repent, turn from your wicked ways, understand that he is the only one that can protect you, then you're going to be destroyed out here. You keep believing in these devils in this system, and you're going to be taken. You're going to be destroyed. You're just simply not going to make it. All of these things that are happening to our people right now, today, is happening for a reason. See, these are judgments from the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Make no mistake about it. And for all of us, hey, the Lord is saying, hey, he's warning us. These are the warnings from the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. You think it's bad now. You ain't seen nothing yet. Because it's getting ready to get way, way worse. See? And from there, I hope that you were edified by this lesson. This has been Alas, for that day is great. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.